Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the structure of Rhizopus. Rhizopus is the common bread mold, a kind of fungus that grows on the bread. So let us start with its structure. Rhizopus consists of a number of thread-like structures, a network of thread-like structures. These are forming the hyphae. This is called the hyphae. So this is something looking like the root of a plant, right? So there's a huge network of this kind of hyphae which is forming the structure of Rhizopus. So this way there is a huge network, right? Huge network of hyphae. Got it? So let us just label it also. So this is called these thread-like network of thread-like structures. This is called the hyphae. Hyphae, right? Network of thread-like structures. And the entire mass of this thread-like structure, this network of thread-like structure, entire mass of this hyphae is called mycelium. Mycelium. Mycelium is this entire mass of network of thread-like structure present in the Rhizopus. This entire mass of hyphae, right? So you can just put it like this, that this whole thing is called the hyphae, the whole of the network, right? Okay, now let us go further. Now some of these hyphae grow upwards in the upward direction, okay? So like this, they are moving in the upward direction, they grow upwards. Some of these hyphae otherwise are going below the, it is going inside the bread or whatever substance. This Rhizopus not only grows on the bread but on variety of other organic matters, such as it can grow on the animal dung, on fruits, leather goods, etc. So this mycelium is getting inside the substance, but some of the hyphae, they grow upwards, and these are called the sporangiophores, right? So let us label them. The hyphae which are moving upward, which are growing upwards, these are called sporangiophores. So sporangiophore are the hyphae which are growing upwards, right, in the upward direction. Similarly, here you can draw some of the hyphae which are growing in the upward direction. Right? So all these hyphae which are growing in the upward direction are called the sporangiophores, right? On the top of the sporangiophore, we have a swollen structure which is called the sporangium. Sporangium is the uppermost swollen structure present on the sporangiophores. So these are the sporangium. So let us just label this also. So this is called the sporangium. Right? Sporangium. Now all these sporangium, inside them the spores are present. They contain the spores. So inside the sporangium, the spores of Rhizopus, spores of this bread mold is present, right? So these are the spores, right? Children, it is important to note here that when these sporangium they mature, right? When the sporangium is matured, then it ruptures and all these spores are liberated in the air. They all are liberated in the air, right? The sporangium, this swollen structure, when it is matured, it will break out, right? This sporangium will break and all the spores will come out in the air and they will be dispersed by the wind. In the air, right now also in the air, there may be so many spores of fungus. So all these spores, when they get the favorable conditions, they germinate and they produce new hyphae and mycelium. All these spores are present in the air, and now let us say you have kept some bread, some stale bread outside. So when these spores they get onto the stale bread, they get the food, they get the favorable conditions, and they start germinating and they start forming the hyphae and mycelium. So this way new rhizopus will be formed, the hyphae will be formed slowly and slowly, mycelium will be formed, then sporangiophore, sporangium will be formed, and the spores again will be formed. So this cycle continues. So this is all about the structure of Rhizopus, the bread mold. Thank you, children.